Let's starts now. The dying sun, the giant's footstep. Scene 1, the shadow of Tokyo. The sky over Tokyo is no longer blue. It is a swirling, bruised purple dominated by a circular void so large it spans the entire Shinjuku District. This is a Rank's gate, but it feels different. It doesn't hum with mana. It breathes with a prehistoric, suffocating malice. Below, the streets are a river of panic. Millions of people are trying to flee, but there is nowhere to go. The Japanese self-defense force has been mobilized, but their tanks look like toys against the shadow of the gate. Suddenly, the first guardian emerges. It isn't an ant or a demon. It is a giant, a creature 60 feet tall, with skin like cracked tectonic plates and eyes that burn with a cold, blue fire. It doesn't roar. It simply steps down. Its foot crushes a 6-story office building as if it were a cardboard box. Measurement: mana level cannot be calculated. Threat level: national extinction. Scene 2, the world turns its back. In a secure bunker, the remnants of the Japanese Hunter Association are on a video call with the International Hunter Bureau. "We need help!" the Japanese chairman screams into the screen. "Our SRANK team was decimated on Jeju Island. We have no one left to stop these things. Send the national level hunters." The screen shows the representatives of the USA, Russia, and Germany. They remain silent. "We cannot risk our national level assets," the US representative says coldly. The probability of survival against a gate of this magnitude is less than 5%. If we lose Thomas Andre or Christopher Reed in Japan, the rest of the world will be defenseless when the next gate opens. Japan is a lost cause. The call disconnects. The Japanese officials sink into their chairs. The sun of Japan is setting, and the world is letting it happen. Scene 3, the king's contemplation. Back in Seoul, Sung Jin-Woo is standing in his gym, his shirt off, steam rising from his body. He has just finished a workout that would have killed a normal SRANK. Current level, 104. Yu Jinho rushes in, his face pale, holding a tablet. "Hungnim, did you see the news? Japan. It's a massacre. The giants have already reached the outskirts of Tokyo. They're calling it the day the earth stood still." Jin-Woo looks at the footage. He sees a giant picking up a bus and throwing it like a stone. He feels the black heart in his chest pulse. It's not fear, it's a resonance. He can sense the mana of the giants from across the sea. They aren't just monsters, Jin-Woo whispers. They are denizens of the chaos world. They are the same species as the statues in the double dungeon. "Hungnim, the association says we shouldn't interfere," Jinho says. "Japan tried to betray us at Jeju. Many people are saying this is karma. Karma doesn't kill innocent children," Jin-Woo says, grabbing his jacket. "Call the airport. Prepare my private jet." Scene 4, the departure. As Jin-Woo arrives at the airport, he is met by Chairman Go Gun-hee. The old man looks tired, leaning heavily on his cane. "You're going, aren't you?" Go Gun-hee asks. "I have to," Jin-Woo replies. "If Japan falls, those giants will walk across the ocean to Korea next. I'm not doing this for politics. I'm doing it for the exp." Go Gun-hee chuckles weakly. "You're a terrible liar, Sung Jin-Woo. You're doing it because you can't stand to see us slaughter. But listen to me. The Japanese government has offered a blank check to anyone who can help. But the real price isn't money. It's the gates. If you clear this, you will be the most powerful man in Asia." "I don't want to be powerful, Chairman," Jin-Woo says, stepping toward the plane. "I just want to be the only one standing." Scene 5, the arrival in a graveyard. The plane cannot land in Tokyo. The airports have been crushed. Jin-Woo has to jump from the cargo bay at 30,000 feet. As he falls through the clouds, the scale of the destruction becomes clear. Half of Tokyo is on fire. The giants have formed a perimeter, slowly moving inward, eating anything that moves. Jin-Woo doesn't use a parachute. Kaisel! From his shadow, the purple flame dragon erupts. Jin-Woo lands perfectly on its back. "Baru, a Grizz, Tusk, Iron," Jin-Woo calls out. The shadows begin to swirl around the dragon like a dark storm. Below them, a giant, the leader of the vanguard, looks up and lets out a sound that vibrates the very air. It raises a massive club made of a skyscraper's central pillar. Scene 6. The first giant falls. The giant swings the club. It's so large it creates a localized hurricane. Jin-Woo leaps off Kaisel. He activates ruler's authority, not to push the club, but to pull himself toward the giant's face. He becomes a black streak in the air. He draws Baruka's dagger and Baron's longsword. Flash. In one fluid motion, Jin-Woo slices through the giant's eyes. The creature screams, a sound like a mountain cracking. But Jin-Woo isn't done. He lands on the giant's shoulder and uses Mutilate. 1,000 slashes appear on the giant's neck. The thick, obsidian-like skin is peeled back. With a final, massive explosion of mana, Jin-Woo decapitates the beast. The 60-foot corpse falls, creating a shockwave that flips over cars for 3 blocks. You have defeated a high-ranked giant. Level up! Scene 7. The Shadow Army, V's, the Colossi. The other giants in the area realize their brother has fallen. 7 of them turn away from the city and begin to march toward Jin-Woo. Each step shakes the earth. "You think you're big?" Jin-Woo says, a cold smile playing on his lips. "Tusk, show them what a real giant looks like." Tusk, the high orc shaman, emerges. He uses Hymn of the Giants, a spell he learned from his own growth. Tusk's shadow begins to expand until he is 80 feet tall, dwarfing the giants themselves. Beside him, Iron and the Shadow Infantry charge. Baru is already a blur, moving from giant to giant, puncturing their Achilles tendons to bring them to their knees. The streets of Tokyo become a battlefield of gods, shadow orcs clashing with ancient giants. The civilians watching from the rooftops can't believe their eyes. A one-man army is doing what the entire world's military could not. Scene 8. The Japanese hero. In the middle of the carnage, Jin-Woo finds a group of Japanese survivors trapped in a subway station. They are being hunted by a small giant only 30 feet tall. A young Japanese hunter is trying to protect them, his sword broken, his mana exhausted. It is Hanakawa, the last surviving member of a Ranka guild. As the giant raises its foot to crush the station entrance, a shadow spear whistles through the air, pinning the giant's foot to the ground. Jin-Woo descends from the sky like a dark angel. He doesn't even look at the giant, he just snaps his fingers. A Grizz appears behind the giant and severs its head in a single strike. Jin-Woo looks at the trembling survivors. "Get to the harbor. My shadows will guide you." Hanakawa looks at the S on Jin-Woo's chest. "You're the Korean? Why did you come?" "Because I was hungry for a challenge," Jin-Woo says, turning back to the burning skyline. Scene 9. The Monarch's interference. As Jin-Woo clears the streets, the sky turns cold. This isn't the cold of winter, it's the cold of the Monarch of Frost. High above the city, the Frost Monarch is watching the battle. Beside him stands the Monarch of Beasts. He is using the shadows of the giants. The Beast Monarch growls. He is building a fortress in this world. If he reaches the King of Giants inside the gate, the fusion will be complete. "The King of Giants is not like these pawns," the Frost Monarch replies. "He is Rhea, the sovereign of beginnings. He is imprisoned by the rulers. If Sung Jin-Woo tries to extract him, he will find a power he cannot control." They vanish into a rift of ice, leaving behind a blizzard that begins to cover Tokyo in white snow. Scene 10. The cliffhanger. The gate's core. Jin-Woo reaches the center of Shinjuku. The ranks gate is pulsing with a terrifying rhythm. Standing in front of the gate is the gatekeeper, a giant 3 times larger than the others, wearing armor made of ancient gold. It carries a shield that looks like the hull of a ship. But Jin-Woo isn't looking at the keeper. He's looking at the notification on his screen. Warning, an ancient presence is detecting your black heart. Secret quest. The imprisoned sovereign has been triggered. Jin-Woo draws his daggers. The snow is falling on his hair, but he doesn't feel the cold. His blood is boiling. "Beru, a Grizz, stand back," Jin-Woo commands. "This one is mine." The giant keeper lets out a roar that shatters every window in a 5-mile radius. It charges. Jin-Woo charges back. A side view of the collision. Jin-Woo's tiny silhouette against the massive golden shield of the giant. A flash of purple and gold light blinds the camera. The screen cuts to black with the sound of a heartbeat. Thump, thump. End of episode.